Yeah, so if you can tell us from the top of your head what games you can provide in the heart of gaming, not just arcades, but also not everything, but from the top of your head, what's popular?
Well, with the arcades, I generally seek to have something pretty much from every point in time, because people forget that the arcade scene actually spans over 30 years. And none of us have been in it the entire time. People are jumping in and out, coming in at different points in their lives where certain games are dying out perhaps and other games are rising. So from the golden era of 1978 to say around 1985, you know, because of the audience here sort of being predominantly, you know, relatively young, we don't sort of have a lot of them. However, we are able to change game boards in and out. We have Pac-Man, we have Donkey Kong.
Right behind you.
So yeah, right behind me, yeah. Then you've got kind of the 1985 to sort of 1990, which was the era of side scrollers and shoot 'em ups. You know, we have some of them. Then 1990, you know, obviously most of the 90s sort of dominated by the 2D fight scene, but there's also the rise of 3D from Sega there. So you know, we have games from that point, iconic games like Daytona, House of the Dead. You know, also Namco, another big sort of early name in the sort of 3D market with their sort of Soul Edge and Tekken series. Yeah, then you know, for the period sort of after that, you know, you have rhythm games, dance machines, etc. You know, we have a number of in the groove cabinets and Pump It Up as well. So really, I do feel that, you know, we do have something, whatever sort of point people have come into or left the arcade scene, there is something here for them in some way, shape or form. And you know, whilst it is an ongoing project and ultimately it's quite tough to choose sometimes which games you think will do well and which games won't. People get very bored of side-scrolling stuff now, because obviously our model of free play means it's very easy to get through the games. And you know, just shamelessly plug away at the credits. In turn, you know, you keep a good selection of software you can rotate in and out, and that helps keep people's interest. Console support, we have literally everything retro. You know, all the sort of the NES, the SNES, the N64, the GameCube, the Wii. Then we have like PS1, PS2, PS3. I suppose that's well, not retro as such.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. It's fully on its way out. Obviously, all the Microsoft consoles, the first Xbox, the 360. Then we have like the Master System, the Mega Drive, the Saturn, the Dreamcast. I'm just trying to think. I'm looking for a PC Engine at the moment so I can play Dracula X.
There's room for emulators as well with PC stuff, isn't there?
No, PC Engine is actually a console that was released.
Oh right.
Yeah, emulation generally tend to sort of. We stay away from that because I don't think that it's at the point yet where there's no other option.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, funny to sort of mention that because we recently acquired a copy of Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, which is a pretty rare Sonic the Hedgehog game, not been publicly in the UK for around 20 years or so now. And by a magical coincidence at the time, I got offered 3 sort of just empty shells from like bowling arcade machines, and we were able to kind of turn them into this Sonic the Hedgehog setup. But the funny thing is, I never thought that we would land a copy of the game, an original. This one came all the way from Japan and cost a lot. And I was considering doing emulation. I literally in my head was like, oh god, I know this game will do well here. It's like, you know, why can I not find a copy? Like, should I really go down the emulated route? And then it was like, no. And I gave up on the idea. And then a few months later, you know, the opportunity to sort of acquire it came along, and yeah, we got it.
Usually with a push, when a push comes to shove, you'll get your pot of gold. So
yeah, I mean, we're lucky. This is the only copy of the game publicly available to play in the West, apart from at our friend's Galloping Ghost arcade in the US. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's almost an exclusive, as it were.
Mm-hmm.